Good morning. I'm Felipe Ocampo, and I'm going to talk to you about the seventh UNWTO World Forum on Gastronomy Tourism. On the next conceptual map that I'm going to show you, I took the main topics and tried to make a little resume of this event. So this forum took place in 12th to 15 on December 2022 in Nara, Japan. That forum has had the main topic about gastronomy tourism for people and planet, the innovation, empowerment, and preservation. So at that moment, the world was having a really bad time. So it's important to get some background of the world at that moment and also about the tourism because at that time the tourism has a recovery post COVID-19, and that virus caused a massive fall of global tourism. The sector was facing an unprecedented crisis. In 2020 and 2021, the international tourist arrivals were down more than 70%. So the expectation was that 2022 were a recovery and increasing numbers of countries were removing the restriction to travel around the world. So there was expectation at that moment, and the 2022 forum was one excuse for see if the tourism was recovering. Also, the people, the sector was adapting to new realities. The pandemic also had a significant important impact on the tourism value chain because the people, the tourists, were looking for different experiences and better security. So it was important, and it was particularly important for the communities for whom tourism is an important lifeline. So because they were trying to evolve their business, the way the service was changing. So the trends in tourism uh, were changing too, because the tourists were looking for the expectation of tourists, the experience of tourism. They were looking for more responsible tourism. Uh, they were particularly looking for relationships between the travelers and also the communities, for looking for a harmony in between the nature, the tourism, and also the travelers. So the previous forum at the sixth UNW2 forum, it took place in Belgium. It was in November 2021. But it's important to remind this because at that forum, the focus was rural tourism and regional development. So, and the gastronomy tourism was like a highlight topic because you can see the potential of gastronomy. They were looking for job creations, regional cohesion, and the sustainable development of many destinations. So at that forum, they were looking for sharing good practices and new ideas in gastronomy, and also looking for the innovation. With that, was an increase in interested in gastronomy, because with that you can see gastronomy is an integral part of the local experiences, because through the gastronomy we can highlight the story, the traditions, the heritage of local residents and also local communities. It depends on the destinations. We can see how these places, these events, create opportunities for younger generations and also empowerment future talents. And so the gastronomy is integral part of the local experience, the local life. So through the gastronomy, we can build histories and share with the community of people of all over the places worldwide. So the potential to enrich the tourist experiences to the gastronomy was very important at that moment. There was a very important trend around the world because the COVID-19 pandemic gives to the tourists a change of mind and looking for more meaningful experiences. So they were looking more responsibilities and engagement with the local communities, and the gastronomy was a topic that could make that through the gastronomy we can see different meaningful experiences to the tourist. The forum on Nara, Japan was had had many objectives. So under the context of the power of gastronomy, they try to make the travel more memorable and development the destinations, the how they can open to new opportunities. And you can see the main objectives were promoting women empowerment and young talents, because maybe the woman at that always at the culinary world, the woman is put aside. It's a man's world at that, but they try to empowerment the woman and also empower the young talents. Also is important the advancing of foster cultural exchange and authenticity to the connection to the roots, respecting nature and culture, and promoting health and well-being through the food, because the food is really important for our health, and we can promote the health. Also, they try to enhance the value of destination and food producers. The food producers are always put aside as the woman as well. So the food producers were more empowered to see how the value of those eslabons could help us to the food experience. Maybe with some experiences, we can go to the plantations of the crops, and we can have like a mix of gastronomy and agrotourism, seeing how is the process of getting of a harvest a food, I don't know, a crop. So I think it's nice as well. Also, through the gastronomy tourism, we can development the branding destination. It's important how a recipe, a plate of one place or one destination could be like a brand to that place. So through the gastronomy, we can make that process, and it's important to get that known to know what is the gastronomy in our destinations, because we can use it for our benefit and the local benefit as well. And finally, the last objective was supporting the food waste reduction in tourism, because in many places, in many hotels, the food is wasted. So it's important to reduce that impact, not for only the environmental impact, but also for the economic benefits. It's important to get that waste reduction and help to another communities that don't have any food. So it's important to make a cycle to help this process. Now I'm going to talk the contributions of gastronomy tourism, because at the forum they were so interested to show how the gastronomy can enrichment the experience of the tourist. So at that city in Nara, Japan, that's a city that is a birthplace of Japan's cuisine. So through at least one 100, not 1,000 years. They have a deep connection with history and the culture that are preserved until today. So the forum creates an excellent opportunity to discuss the power of gastronomy, uh, the way that gastronomy contributes to the health and the well-being, and also the development of the future talents, the tourism sector, and also how it can contribute to the regional development. Um, with the inclusion, the sustainability of a region, we can make a good circular economy and make a cycle to the local communities. Also, they have with that the connection with the local communities, the history and the culture, because through this forum is a unique platform where the traditions, the stories can be translated to another countries, and with that we can do a process of preservation. The people have in heritage in many parts of Japan and other places so many ideas, so many wishes, and so many dreams, and that can be made through the food. So it's important how the um, the gastronomy could be a good um, a good, I don't know how to say that, a good stair, a good a good step for the regional development and also the sustainability of these communities. Here in Colombia, there are some places that could do that. We only have to say that one word, I don't know, pan de bono, and we already know that we're talking about Cali. So that's the idea how we can use the gastronomy tourism to make an approachment to our tourists, to our travelers, to know with one word, one food, we can know a place. And for ending this presentation, I have the participants. It was very interesting to see. I couldn't see all the presentations, but I see some of them. But at that forum at Japan, they brought together so many professionals in the area of gastronomy and the tourism as well. And they brought together top chefs, ministries of tourism, also members of the UNWTO. They were affiliated to that organization, and also many international, regional organizations, travel agencies that were looking some experience to that. And that place they can create like a network. They could work together through these places with mixing with all these organizations, all these people that were interested in gastronomy and the tourism in one place. You can make big connections. And for ending, we have a Colombian participation at the forum. So in the showcases of the forum, Colombia was present with a group of entrepreneurs. They showed their platform. The platform is called Tengo Filo. It's the way that we say that in Colombia when we are hungry. At the presentation of there, they showed this like a digital space where you can find culinary experiences, cooking lessons, markets, tours, and many other things that are related to the culinary world. So I think it's a good platform. Uh, they try to make there's some similar apps, there's some similar platforms around the world, but I think it's the first one here in Colombia, so I think it's nice. I will try to download it and use it. Maybe it might be cool. So this is my presentation. So thank you very much. This is my presentation about the 7th UNWTO World Forum on tourism, on gastronomy tourism. And thank you for your time, your patience. And I want to apologize to saying this video a little bit too late. I have some issues with my energy system and energy service. So thank you very much. And I expect for your comments. Thank you. Have a nice day.